So this racing weekend started like any other. The week before at Jay Walker's simulator in Bicester. Here's Greg showing me what understeer looks like. If you're a Sports 1000 driver and you want to do some practice on the computer, I do recommend Jay's simulation, and the experience we had this weekend will be fed back into the model. Because this car is so much more powerful than anything I've ever driven, we elected to do the Friday practice.
Well, the only thing to really say is it's really foggy this morning, incredibly, and hopefully the sun will come and the wind will come and blow that all away.
Well, hopefully you can hear me over the noise of engines being warmed up. We're very lucky to be here. We've been allowed to borrow Tim Gray's race car, his Spire GT3. We were here testing yesterday. The first session was foggy, got called off. The last session was wet. The third session was kind of destructive red flag, and we only got one really good session in. We did a 2:01.9, but really we need to get down below 2 minutes. But we're just about to go out for qualifying, and I'm not sure how we're going to do. It's sort of damp again. We're on the sort of track day tyre, if you like. It's kind of a cut slick. Let's see where we end up. So we've got qualifying and then a race and then another race tomorrow. Unfortunately, I don't have any footage of qualifying, so let's listen to the big man tell us how it was. Well, that first session started out wet. We did quite well. We ended up 5th, but then we were weighed when we came in and we were underweight, so we've been disqualified and given a 10-second penalty for race 1. One of the saving graces is that the grid position for race 2 is decided by the fastest lap order in race 1. So we'll go out, we'll just enjoy the race and see what we can do. Paul Smith in number 14 is probably looking at me like an idiot, because despite going to the assembly area in the morning for qualifying, I seem to have lost my way. But a quick 3-point turn and I'm back heading in the right direction. Here I am getting a pre-race pep talk from Tim Gray himself. I've taken up the final position in the assembly area. I have to apologise at this point because we had quite a few camera issues over the weekend, so I've not got a lot of footage, but I'll share with you what I have got. Again, rather unfortunately, the camera didn't pick up my racing start, so we go straight into Rich's, the first corner on the track. And as you can see, I was quite tentative going around the first corner on cold tyres. I could probably have gone around there flat. Bear in mind, I had to start the race with a 10-second penalty, which is why there's no one in front of me. I had to wait for everyone to go, then I was provided with a Union Jack to make my own start. Coming into Agostini, no problems. You can see the oil flag. We don't get a green flag lap, so they give us oil flags to show us that there are slippery surfaces around. Nice speed into Hamilton. And yeah, a nice clear track in front of me. As soon as I got onto the main straight, I was just presented with absolute carnage. There's 4 cars off, one of the Mittels, one of the MK200s, the other MK200, and Carl Austin in his Spire as well. So it's absolutely no surprise to see the safety car boards come out. And to be honest, it wasn't any surprise actually to see the red flags come out later as well. With less than 1 lap completed, that meant a complete restart. Unfortunately, the camera didn't get anything else of the race, and I still had to make my 10-second penalty start after everyone else. Poor Carl Austin, who was caught up in the melee at the start, went into the pits to have his car checked, so he had to start from the pit lane, but he had to wait for me after my 10-second start, and to add insult to injury, I stalled the car on the line all on my own. So we just finished race 1. It was a really good race. We managed to finish 7th, which was good, but even better than that, we we managed to get the third quickest time. Third on the grid tomorrow, we'll take that. And if you can get third tomorrow, that would be brilliant. So we're probably about 10 minutes from going to the assembly area. A little bit nervous because we don't get any chance to drive the car. There's no green flag lap, we just go out onto the grid and go. So again, as long as I can get off the line well and be in the mix, we'll do all right. Yeah, hopefully we finish well and we finish clean. And still having camera issues. It's not as clear as pictures I'd like to have, but we did get most of the race, and you can see we're in third. I was just going to tootle onto my position, but then I saw Rich Webb absolutely hoofing it to get the tyres warm. So I had a bit of that as well. And you can see that even that was causing camera connection issues. Not ideal. Unfortunately, the camera did jump, and you didn't see my start. So you can see we jumped straight into first corner, and up ahead of us, 3 cars. So we lost a spot. Unfortunately, again, going down into Montreal, Dan Close goes all the way around the outside of us. Good job. I get a bunch of oversteer, and that's it. The place is gone. Not quite brave enough into the first corner. Missed the apex completely as well. And that gives Colin Chapman behind us a run, and he's straight down the inside. I didn't even see he was coming. He just popped up on the inside of me, and there he is. And the camera's going to jump now. Now we have to fight. We're down to 6th place. Camera's not liking it. Ain't going to like the bumps over that corner there onto Williams. How brave are we going to be under the bridge? Braking at the 2, our usual braking spot. Well offline. And yeah, the camera is really not liking any of this at all, is it? But we'll persevere. Grab 4th. Not quite brave enough to go flat out yet into Murray's. Down 1. We need to go down another. Let's see if we can carry a bit of speed through here. Armful of opposite lock, and then another jump scare onto the straight again. 6th gear, down 1. Oh, we forgot to do it. We're staying 6th. This means we're going to have 4 gears to drop down. Luckily we've got a gear indicator on the dash so we can see what gear we're in. We don't spin it up this time. So we jump onto the straight. Let's see if we can get in the toe and get some pace down here. We can't. We should top it out somewhere near 130 if we're really flying. We don't quite get all the way up there. Braking at the 2 marker. Probably go a little bit deeper, we're learning. Stay in 3rd, through the bomb hole, flat out on the exit. Grab 4th, all the way in. If we're really flying, we should be getting to 5th. So through the bomb hole, I think we could have carried more speed all weekend. We just again didn't quite have the confidence to do it. Bit of braking, down 1. Forget to do it again. I don't think it matters too much. We've got a bit of time back on Colin. Down to 2nd. Oh, missed the apex a bit, but not too bad. 2nd to 3rd. Oh, we must have stayed in 3rd. The brake at the 2, down to 2nd. Trying to carry a bit more momentum in. Not too bad, but Colin's doing well as well. You can still see first place up ahead, right in the distance. They're not getting massively away from us. That was good. Good chunk of curb there. That's the correct way to take that corner now. The sausage curb is gone. Using all the road, and we're on the back of Colin actually. We've done quite well. Didn't quite get the exit we needed. I was having engine issues as well. The engine wasn't revving all the way. So I had to short shift a little bit, especially between 5th and 6th. See how brave we be for the bomb. Oh, well, we're braver than Colin. But he's got a better exit as we've missed the apex. Carry more speed in. Down one, we'll go down another. Let's see if we can carry a bit more speed out and catch up to him. Lots of helm smithery as we come out of that corner there. This is the good overtaking spot going into Montreal, and we haven't carried anywhere near enough speed that we needed to make it happen. Brake at the 2, down to 2nd, into the corner. I've apex too early. That's going to cost me on the exit. And yeah, Colin's getting away again. This is nice. Need to stay tight through this corner. That was a good run, good exit. Brake at the 2 again. At some of the corners I was suffering with a really bad padlock, and coming into Agostini one time, Stephen Bell, who's one of the radical bike sports drivers, said that I came in with all 4 wheels locked up, and it wasn't because I intended to, it's just because I had to get off the brakes and have another go at them. And for some reason I decided to drop down to 1st, which is why I got that armful of oversteer there. Staying in 3rd. So we're right on him going to Murray's. Now you can go down the left here, but I'm not really brave enough, and so I'm just going to wait and try and get a really good run on the exit. We get a decent run, but Colin's pulled away from us. So it'll be all about getting good pace through this first corner riches. Down one. He's gone a bit wide, which is good. Means we're going to have a go. He's defensive now. I'm showing my nose, but I'm not really committing to it. I'm going to take it easy, have that late apex, which is the better line. It means we're going to be in a shout now at the hairpin at Agostini if we can make this work. Nice and tight, good line, good acceleration out, and now we've got a real opportunity. So we're going to dip it in the inside. He's braked at the same time, he's done well, but he's gone a bit deep and we've managed to nip it up the inside, and I'm going to close him off. I'm not going to let him back round after making that move. And now I'm going to get my head down and try and catch up Dan in front. Good couple of corners there, bit of oversteer, there's no problem. Now we're going on to the straight, and that was good as well, and I can see, checking in my mirrors, I can see that I've managed to gap the car behind. Carrying a bit more speed through, another brake, and I'm now just focused on catching Dan up. Oh, good line through there, through Hamilton. I think that corner's called Oggies. Use all the road because we're really catching him. Bit of opposite lock, straight onto the straight. Camera stay with us. I can see that I'm just starting to catch him, and that's really spurring me on. I'm going to go for a little bit of a later break now. Boom. Carry a bit more through. Bit ambitious on the accelerator, but we manage it. And I'm going to carry much more speed than I've ever done through the bomb hole before. We jumped to the final corner. And we got a good run out. And this is going to be a really good lap time. Oh, grabbed arm, full of opposite lock, but it wasn't too bad. Didn't cost us too much. And I can see I'm getting a little bit closer. I'm inching a bit more towards him. Getting a bit braver into Agostini. Well, look at this, we've really starting to make some headway into Dan. He's going to be looking in his mirrors and starting to see me. He's gone really wide. into there. I don't know if that's his natural line or not. And unfortunately, that's all she wrote for the camera. Looking at the result, we finished 5th, but we were less than 2 tenths behind Dan by the end. We were literally right behind him crossing the line, and we were less than 2 seconds behind Paul Rogers in 3rd. Better yet, looking at my laps, from lap 6 to lap 10, all of those last 5 laps within half a second. Well, that's it, race over. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you, Sam. We had a bit of a minor fuel issue which was resolved, but the engine still wasn't quite right, so we weren't getting peak power, unfortunately, but we still put up a good fight. We lost a lot on the start really again, and I really need to learn to start properly. That really put us down to 6th, I think, by the start, and then we lost a lot of time behind Colin. But we caught Dan, we chased down Dan, but yeah, 5th place, 2 minutes 7.6 was the best time, probably without the engine being a little bit temperamental. We might have got into the 159s, but we didn't. Yeah, really good experience. Food for thought for next year, really. Thank you for Tim Gray for letting me drive the car. Thank you to Jay Walker as well for helping me prepare in his simulator. So it was a lot of fun. A lot of things to take away. Welcome to all the new subscribers. We finally cracked 100, which means I finally have more subscribers than videos, which is really great to see. If you do like this content, please give it a like, and also please subscribe. It really helps the channel out. I know there's a lot of you out there that aren't subscribed. It's the end of the season now. I've got a couple of kart races coming, and then we're back to building the Scholar and finishing it off. I promise we will race it. It's coming soon.